Your Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well, and you are loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support. To our anonymous supporters, thank you so much. To our channel members, my esteemed subscribers, Your Majesties, thank you so much for all that you do. All right, I'm taking you to Mali. I'm gonna show you a clip. That clip explains most of the happenings in the continent. Sometimes, most of the times, like 90% of the problem is our leaders, is ourselves as people. Because the truth has to be said that the level of love we have for ourselves is not, it's not up to anything, and that's why the enemy can easily come in and use us against each other. So I will not be tired of preaching love for ourselves. Now they create chaos. All right, then they move in and capitalize in the chaos. You're going to see the explanation in this clip I'm going to show you soon. I keep saying this, that for a fact, there is no country in the continent that just have resources. All the countries in the continent are endowed with 3, 5 and above resources in their underground. And these people are aware of it, they know. So they only plan and strategize on how to invade, how to turn it. And they are so patient that they can endure. Their plans can be plans that need 10 years to be fulfilled. They will endure for it and wait for the right person that will help them to instigate whatever it is that they have planned. This is how they work. This is how the supremacists work. This is how the almost 100 handful of persons who control this world works. I think, was it, I don't know if I've explained this. The people who control this world are not more than 100. They control this world. They control everything that happens around you. How are they doing it? They know what you don't know and prevent you from getting to know what they know. Because the moment you know what they know, you won't be loyal. You won't follow them. You won't agree to whatever they decide for the world. And these people can just wake up and create a problem somewhere and say, okay, we have to believe that this is... They'll create a narrative and say, this is why it is like this. And all of us believes it. They have been creating their narrative through religion, the different religions we have. And we have been believing it. We have been transferring our consciousness to it, and it has been working perfectly for them. Power is sweet. They have been ruling, and they are not thinking of leaving it for anybody. So, let's listen to this.
Gentlemen, the Middle East is fucked. We should know. We fucked it. 6 of the 10 fastest growing economies are in sub-Saharan Africa. Countries rich in mineral wealth. Coltan for our computers, cobalt for our batteries, phosphates for our agriculture, nuclear ore for our power. These are the things, gentlemen, that the wars of the next 20, 30 years will be fought over. A huge deposit of cobalt was discovered in Mali just over 2 years ago. Back then, we approached the Malian government about mining rights. They told us that those rights were going to the Chinese. So we set about to create the conditions to make sure that. Just last week, one of our Australian subsidiaries, thank you, Lachlan, secured those rights. Our pilot project in Mali hit a few bumps, but I'm delighted to report that it worked. To the Chinese. So we set about to create the conditions to make sure that wouldn't happen. But I'm delighted to report that it worked. And if it can work there, there's no reason it can't work in other mineral-rich countries across Africa. We create the chaos, and then we move in and capitalize on that chaos. We create the chaos, And then we move in and capitalize on that chaos. We're looking at the long term here, gentlemen.
Your Majesties, you heard that. I'm becoming emotional. That a group of persons. This is what is happening around the world. Like, this is the problem of our continent. They know how to create the chaos. You heard that right, Your Majesties. They know how to create the chaos, and they are experts in capitalizing in the chaos that they have created. You see a town living so peacefully, a country living so peacefully and prospering. Something start happening all of a sudden. Just from nowhere, there is tribal war. Just from nowhere, there are rebel groups. Just from nowhere, there are terrorist groups. They'll force these people out of their home where they've lived all the while and know to be their home. They'll be forced out, running here and there. Little children, women and children, the vulnerable ones, the elderly are forced. They are running for their lives. They are living where they know to be home, where they are safe in, to a place where they don't even know. They'll force these people out, claiming that some groups are the ones terrorizing them. And when these people are forced out, they secretly come in helicopters, harvesting the minerals there. And when that town, that village, that place is desolate, they leave it barren and run away. Because it wasn't theirs in the first place, so how would they know how to take care of it? This is what they do. Wherever they go to becomes desolate. Whichever land they step their foot in becomes barren. Tell me, what kind of beings are these? And by day we keep looking up to them as the savior. Come on, Africans. Our cable lands, Your Majesties. Come on, melanated kings and queens. We keep attributing everything to them. We see them like the messiahs, like their face alone is tickets, their face alone is passport, their face alone is visas to our Garden of Eden. We allow them in, they come in and destroy and go back. They harvest everything and go back with it to build their country, to build their heaven. And then they come tell you that you have to forgive them, you have to love them even when they come like this, because your reward is somewhere else. Why their own reward? They have started reaping it here. Why can't you also reap your own reward here? Is there anything wrong with reaping your own reward here as well? They are living their heaven on earth. They deprive you of that and tell you your own is somewhere. Your Majesties, this is how far things have become. Like the audacity, this is it. Like this is a picture. This is everything. Like they've shown you in plain sight. They keep showing us in plain sight what they do. And nobody can ask them questions. You can't say anything because they are the ones ruling the world. It's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate. When you don't have love even in yourself for a fellow human being, it's unfortunate. I just hope that as a melanated people, we see beyond what is happening. Like we open our eyes by all means to see how far things have gone. To see how far things have gone. And I'm happy about the military coups down the Sahel, especially even in Mali, all right, Burkina Faso, Niger. And that's why it was so hard for them. It was so hard for them. Like someone would say, there was a clip I came across. I'm going to leave it there for you as well. the whole secret behind this Israel-Palestine war. I tell you, everything is connected. Don't think that okay, what is happening in Israel does not concern you. Because I get some school of thoughts who feel that you have to mind your business, allow them to deal with themselves, to unalive themselves. Everything concerns the motherland because you have kicked them out of here. Russia denied them gas already. The gas pipeline they wanted to take from the connect, Nigeria have said no, we are destroying that gas pipeline. And they felt the only way they can divert to is the Gaza area. Because they have deposits of gas there as well. And how do they go to that path? They have to evacuate the people there. They have to unalive the people there. They don't care. They don't care. Because if you see the gravity of what is happening right now between Israel and Palestine is more than even what have been happening before. It's on another level because of this whole thing. They have promised America and the French government that they are going to give them something from that angle. And so to do that, America will have to support the Israelis to evacuate, to unalive people who are around that area so that they can come in and freely harvest the resources they want to harvest. This is how they work.
So let me get this straight. You wiped out the natives in America, hired Chinese immigrants to build a railroad, and when they were done, you dressed up as the natives, chased, hunted, and unalived the Chinese railroad workers. You enslaved, segregated, and massacred blacks, dropped napalm on civilian villages in Vietnam. You unalived hundreds of thousands of innocent Japanese civilians when you dropped a bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, started the war between Iran and Iraq, funded both countries, and made sure that they were unaliving each other, staged the 9/11 attack, invaded Iraq based on a lie just so you can steal their oil, invaded Afghanistan, took control of the opium fields so you can distribute it in black and brown communities, took out Gaddafi because he didn't want to use your currency. Instead, he wanted to make the African continent stronger. You started the war between Russia and Ukraine, and now you expect us to stand by you and your white supremacy mentality when you say, I stand with Israel? No. Free Palestine.
Just imagine that there were no military coups. Imagine there were no military coups in the continent recently. Just imagine. And don't think that all is well. All is not well because they are instigating something. They are planning something. You think that Niger will just kick them out and they will go sit in their houses? You think Mali will kick them out and they go sit in their houses? Burkina Faso will kick them out and they go sit in their houses? You think that that's what they will do? No. They don't accept defeat, especially when they are spoiled already. I told you they're like spoiled children. They must have what they want. And that's why we have to open our eyes. Whenever we get any information, let's pass it around. Expose it. So that we know what is happening. Because they are coming back. In short, they never left. They never left anyway. They are just mellowing down and giving some time for people to feel that, like, okay, they're gone. They are still around. They're still around. All right, Your Majesties. Leave your comment and thought there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others. Stay safe, stay positive. Always, Your Majesties. Bye for now.